What's up, everybody? Today, we're going to talk about the real reason I feel that we got the Dark Vampire. We just got the Dark Vampire. We're like, sitting here, we're like, isn't he, what do we use him for? Like, is he good for this? Is he good for that? Is he supposed to be, I don't understand why we even got this Dark Vampire. Imagine you are Comtuous. Imagine you are the developer of a video game. Imagine, close your eyes and imagine. You're sitting there, you're like, we got this new content coming out. Let's go. You know what we did with the last content or what we didn't do with the last content that we should have done? Playtest it. Let's playtest it to make sure that we can actually clear this stuff. They didn't do that with Labyrinth. Or they playtest and they're like, we can't beat this. Okay, put it out anyway. We'll nerf it later. Put it out anyway. So, imagine you're actually playtesting this time. I'm sure they playtested last time. I just like to poke jabs. But imagine you're playtesting and you go through and you're like, okay, who's got the Dark Fairy? Who's got the Dark Pixie? Because the Dark Fairy and the Dark Pixie, they're in Elunia, right? They're in Elunia Remains. If you guys have only done the Inugami or the Warbear, then you haven't really done too much of the Elunia Remains yet, and you don't know that you need all the same element. I'm sure a lot of you guys know, but you haven't really experienced the trying to build a team with dark units. And you're like, okay, let me do Dark Fairy, Dark Pixie, let me see what we got. Okay, let's, we need this and we need that. And who's gonna be the healer? Who's gonna heal thing? Hold on. We have kind of let's take a look, because we can actually see this. We have a lack of dark healers in the game. Like, there's a lot of healers on different things, like especially like Kali. Oh, you can just build a Colleen for fire. You can build this is a good healer. Water is like a million healers. Light, Fran, some of these like Chasun, Delphoy for wind. Like, these are all good. He's a healer too. Like, you got this one. You got all these things have all these different healers. You basically want to say some more healers. Then you go to the dark. You're like, oh, look there's all these dark healers too. Wow, look at this is amazing. This is not a great healer. This is transfer harmful effect. This is whoop-de-doo. This guy just heals himself. This just heals himself. This just heals himself. Herself, whatever. This is not really a great healer. This heals himself. This heals himself. This heals himself. This is an okay healer, but he's one. That's one unit. So he could be used. I know I'm not, but he could be used. She's a healer, but not everyone has. Well, the input is not working for me right now. I don't know. The input stopped, but anyway. Oh, it's working again! Hooray! You get the idea though. Like, some of these are like, even these, like the Nat 5s, like, oh, you gotta summon a Cadiz, then you can do the dark. But there's actually quite a lack of dark element healers. So I feel like when they were going through to playtest this, they were like, how are we gonna beat this? We kind of need a dark healer. What do we do? Should we put out a new class of 2 and 3 star units, or 3 stars or 4 stars, or 4 stars you'd have to summon a light dark 4 star. Like, what do we do to kind of make up for the fact that we kind of need a little bit something extra for this content? Otherwise, we can't, like, then they like probably brainstorm. Maybe this caused a little extra delays or something like that. But they're like, what do we do to make up for the fact that there's very few dark healers? I mean, you could argue that, like, oh, she heals too, and she does. Like, there's just some of them are 4 stars, and there's just not enough. Like, if you compare it to Fran, Chasun, Delphoy, there's just much more healer options available for those. So they kind of needed some kind of heal option, and they were probably like, this is just, I really feel strongly for this. Like, there was no confirmation from Comtuous. I actually asked them about this, and crickets. No response. No one said anything about it. So I was like, does that mean I'm right? Does that mean I'm wrong? I don't know. But yeah, I just feel like there was a need for a dark healer that was easily attainable to everyone. And that's why you don't see any other elements of the Dark Vampire Lord. But you could also say this. You could be like, well, he does more than heal. He's a DPS unit that just happens to have a leech health. Well, maybe when they were going through and they were looking at, they're like, okay, if we're going to give everyone a unit that's easily attainable to help with this content, then what else does the community need something to help do? What does the community feel like is a little bit too challenging? A lot of people are still having problems with little struggles. Giants, no. Dragons, no. Necro, no. Everyone's got those basically down pat. What about the R5? No. People got their R5s? Okay. What about some of the Rift Beasts? Oh, some people are still having problems with the Rift Beasts. With the Wind one, with the Light one. Oh, really? Maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Put this healer in there. That's good for that you can stick in, and he's going to be good for the Dark Fairy and the Dark Pixie in Alunia, and whatever else comes in the future, because there's going to be other ones, not just these. There's going to be other ones in the future. Who knows what the different stipulations are? He's going to be good for these, but also he can help people in the Wind and Light Rifts. Okay, let's brainstorm. Let's create a unit based on this need that we have in the game to fill a certain slot. There's no other elements of the Dark Vampire Lord. Like, look at this. Okay, let's look at the Dark Vampire Lord. No other elements. No other elements. Actually, we can't even look at it from there, can we? We can't even watch. I'm going to go to it. It's going to be like, oh, there's other elements of it. No, there's not. Look at that. No other elements of Dark Vampire Lord. Maybe I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy. But I feel like I'm actually on to something. Like, and coming from also, if you guys don't know, like, I was in game development as well. So, in another life, many years ago. So, I'm looking at this and I'm like, why did we get him? And I'm kind of trying to, like, open it up and, like, tinker around on the inside and say, like, why did we get this content specifically? And I don't know, I just thought I would give you guys my opinion, share my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We got another video. We're not just going to theorycraft Vampire Lord stuff today, but we got another video coming up later today. Gotta finish doing all that. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoy. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And I'll see you as always